amending the fiscal year 2022-2023 EDC budget as recommended by the EDC, approving the expenditure of promotional funds, and by City Council approval of agreement with GPS Services for the installation of a Christmas lighting package at the River Oaks City Complex.
We went to EDC here a while back and asked for the funds to do the City Hall lighting, this being the first year in a long time that everything was going to be here at City Hall, and so it was $25-25. It was only a one-year, one-time thing, and the EDC authorized it out of the promotional account, which would be expanding it from $9,500 that it is now to $12,025, which still does not exceed the 10% of the corporate revenues for promotional purposes in order to cover the expenditures for this decorative lighting package at the City Hall complex.
I would just add that the primary reasoning was due to, I mean, this cost includes purchasing the lights.
Right.
Yeah. So the plan in the future would be that we probably would put them up ourselves, but due to the current strain on city staff who normally puts the lights up, this would be a significant benefit to them to have someone else do it, and that was the primary motivation. I think EDC did it.
Move for approval of ordinance 1365
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve ordinance number 1365-2022. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, motion carries. We'll move to item 16, which is consider approval of resolution number 1095-2022, amending Article 5 leave policies, specifically in section 5.01 holidays by revising the sections in regards to holidays, designated substitute holidays, designated holidays for fire department shift employees, and revising designated holidays for other shift employees, removing the section personal holiday, new employees from section 5.01 and renumbering said sections accordingly.
I gave y'all the red line version and the clean version of this to show what the differential is. Mainly it's because we've got people in the police that are on 12-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts, and 8-hour shifts. We got the same thing over here in administration and public works. And we've got them anywhere from 8 to 12-hour shifts. Water plant's always been a 10-hour shift. So in order to accommodate the way the policy is written now for the fire department, we went in there and to make it even for everybody as to how many hours you work on that shift, on your shift week, that would be the amount of hours you get on for your holiday. For instance, this coming up holiday we got coming up on Thursday and Friday, your 8-hour people will get 8 hours, your 10-hour people will get 10 hours. But anything that over 40 hours, they don't get 10 additional hours. They just get the time to take off at another time. So we're going to take all of the holiday and put it at the front as we used to do. Instead of how we've done here lately, we've just done, every time the holiday come up, we put in however many hours it was. Well, now we're going to go back and do it where we do it for the whole year, and if they don't use it by the close of the fiscal year, it goes away. It's kind of like your personal pay. It goes away. But otherwise, if it's not your day to work, when a holiday falls, you don't get extra money for that. You'll just get a day at another time. Because we didn't budget for that to do it that way anyway. So,
well, not to mention when it's
so we're just trying to clean this part of it up. Now, adding the holiday, Juneteenth, been honored in Texas since 1980, apparently. The president made it a federal holiday in 2021. We checked some of the cities around. I think White Settlement honors it, Lake Worth, Fort Worth, of course, and some of the course, you know all the federals like banks and all honor it. So we, while we're here doing this, we thought about adding that holiday into our list there, which will give us a total, counting their 2 personal days, of 14 per year. And we calculated, as in the ordinance, of how many hours each shift would be. If it was an 8-hour shift, it was a 10-hour shift, it was a 12-hour shift. It shows you how many holiday hours they get to meet that. But again, if their shift day is, normally they're off, and it's a holiday, they don't get extra pay for it. They just get time off at another time when they so choose. And if they don't use it by September 30th, it goes away. That's basically what this resolution does, is add the holiday and make it where it's going to be easier for Paula to keep an account of the holiday time. Whereas now, it's an absolute nightmare. I just did it for Veterans Day, trying to figure out who was normally off and all that. It's just, it was very, very complex. We got through it, but in order to do it right, we need to have it set up in a different manner, I mean. And technically, it's the same thing that the fire department's doing right now, so it's gonna be equal for everybody.
So that'll make 7 shifts in the fire department total, because they get 12 hours for a holiday.
Right.
Okay.
And then police, you know, the only thing that they got, the officers are 12 hours, but their others are 10 and 8, I believe.
CID runs 10, and all like me and dispatching everybody are 8 hours.
Yeah, and then we've got the water plant, which is 10, and then we've got our garbage truck drivers, which are 8, and everybody else is 9 down here.
How does this impact the budget?
Huh?
How does this impact the budget?
It shouldn't impact the budget.
We're adding an extra day.
Well, adding an extra day holiday, yeah.
The
So we've already counted for that, time, for 2,080 hours.
You don't anticipate having overtime because of that additional holiday, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it does make the 3rd holiday we've added, right, in the last couple of years?
Yes, sir, it does.
Make a motion to approve resolution 1095-2022.
Not everybody at once. Do we have a second?
There is a budget impact then. Because we're adding an extra day.
Now, what they're saying is, everybody takes off, that nobody has to work overtime to cover that. So from that standpoint,
It's no impact.
there's no cash, right?
Like in the fire department, they work their normal schedule, right? They work their 2 days and they're off for all year round. All their holiday time goes in a bank and they use it like floating, just like they would use a vacation day. They use their holidays like that, and we only allow 1 a day off so that it doesn't cause overtime.
So there's not double time, they're not paying straight time and getting a holiday, which would be double time, right?
I know, but adding the extra, holiday pay, we just added 3, that,
We've added 3 holidays.
well, we used to use the personal day if you wanted to take off and celebrate that particular day. That's all I'm asking is, to me, it looks like it's a budget impact, you know.
So I guess the question is, how does it impact the budget? Because they're saying they're not paying out more cash than they would if they didn't have the holiday.
Yeah, same, we've already calculated it in, it's, on the 2,080 hours that we calculate every year for time, it's already calculated in as a day of pay.